order and take roll call.
Mr. Ballard, Mr. Cunningham, Mr. Elliott,
Here.
Mr. Hilsinger,
Here.
Mr. Lawler,
Here.
Mr. Sneed. Mr. Sneed, you are muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I'm here.
And Mr. Taylor.
Okay. Here.
So
Okay, we have 5 and we have a quorum.
Yes.
First item, we need a motion to accept the planning commission
Make a motion.
summaries.
Make a motion to accept.
Second.
I'll second.
Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it 5-0. We have no status sheet. No committee reports. No new business. So we'll go to old business. We have 2 letters for approval. You want to do those together or you want to do them separate? Melissa?
Is just the letter.
Uh-oh, looks like we've lost Mel.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just the one letter for approval for PC 0821.
Okay. We need a motion to approve the letter.
Elliott, make a motion.
Sneed, I'll second it.
Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it 5-0. And what, 0821, is that just a hold?
That was held pre.
Okay. Then we'll go to correspondence items. First one is PC 77-85. Noel Essman.
Good evening. I'm bringing to you a correspondence item dated June 7th, 2021 from George Stock, representing the Children's Home Society of Missouri doing business as Family Forward. They are requesting an amendment to the C-8 Ordinance 12307 as amended, PC 77-85 Noel Essman. This is located at the southeast corner of Lindbergh Boulevard and Adie Road in the 2nd Council District. If you go to the next slide, Mel, we can look at the location in a little bit more context, both regionally and then also more locally. You can see it's just north of Dorset Road along Lindbergh. The staff is recommending approval of their request to amend the permitted uses to include all uses permitted in the C2 shopping district. The C2 shopping district uses were previously permitted, and the first iteration of this ordinance it was removed in '93. The petitioner is wanting to bring the subject property into alignment with the abutting properties that are zoned C2, and they're working to acquire those properties, and putting them all together will develop the site to be a therapeutic preschool. Additionally, the subject site is located in the West Overland Community Plan, specifically the Lindbergh Corridor Planning Area. The West Overland Community Plan was adopted as an amendment to the General Plan of St. Louis County in 2007. And the plan recommends office or institutional uses in this area. So in summary, we are recommending approval of the amendment to add all C2 shopping district uses to the permitted uses. We view that as compatible with the existing nature of this heavily commercialized corridor, and that it aligns with the recommendations of the West Overland Community Plan.
Okay, thank you. We have a recommendation for approval. We need a motion.
I'll make a motion for approval. Lawler.
We have a second.
Elliott, second motion.
Discussion, anyone?
Yeah. Wayne, Keith,
Yeah, Keith.
this therapeutical care, How big a facility is this supposed to be in there? I don't remember it. I'm sure I missed a meeting or something.
So they haven't submitted a site plan yet. But there, if you look at the site, the subject site is outlined in black. It's 2780 North Lindbergh. And then they're also working on acquiring several parcels that Mel is kind of highlighting there. And then there's a parking lot as well that's part of it. So altogether it would be all of that area. But the site that they're specifically seeking the amendment from the ordinance, the C-8, is the parcel outlined in black there.
And what I would also note is that this site is already developed and has been developed with a structure, so they are wanting to reuse the existing structure at the site.
Correct.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, seeing none, we have a motion for approval. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it 5-0. And the last correspondence item is PC 34-19, Bayless School District.
So this is a request for an extension of time to submit the site development plan for this petition. PC 3419 Bayless School District is a conditional use permit in the R5, excuse me, located on the south side of Weber Road at Hildesheim Avenue. This is where the Bayless High School and Junior High School is. The commission may recall that I believe in 2018, a conditional use permit was granted in order to develop lighting for the athletic field. Subsequently, the conditional use permit was amended to allow one telecommunication tower on the site. Currently, there is a telecommunication tower near the front of the site, but the school district is doing a building addition. So that the purpose of that conditional use permit was to allow it to be relocated into this sort of grassy area west of the football field. They're 18 months to submit. The site plan has not yet expired. So the department is of the opinion that it is appropriate for them to sort of extend that deadline. So we recommend approving the extension of time for an additional 18 months, which would give them until December of 2022 to submit a site plan.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
Yeah, Taylor make a motion to approve recommendation of an extension.
Lawler, second.
Discussion, anyone? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it 5-0. Any site plans?
There are no site plans, but Mr. Hilsinger, I want to just go back to this letter for approval, just to make sure that we're all on the same page about this petition. This is one that was held because of some concerns about the driveway and parking spaces in the rear of the site. The petitioner did indicate, they will need to go through all the code requirements to get occupancy, whether that's pavement or an alternative approved surface. But I just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page about what that request was for.
Okay. Okay. Nothing else then?
That is all on this agenda.
Mel?
Jacob?
Excuse me, this is Bill
Mr. Waller?
Sneed.
Oh, Mr. Sneed, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I read in the report that you sent out that they needed to provide either asphalt or concrete driveways and parking areas, and that they agreed to do that. Is that correct?
So before they can get an occupancy permit, they will either need to pave it, through asphalt or concrete. Their only other option, if they want, to receive an occupancy permit, if they don't want to pave it or do concrete, would be to go to the Board of Zoning Adjustment to ask for an alternative dust-proof surface. Through either one of those paths, he will have to go through to get occupancy.
Okay, that's what I understood it.
Okay. Nothing else, then we need a motion to adjourn.
I actually do have one other thing for the group.
Okay,
We had talked previously with the commission about going back to in-person meetings, and I think generally people were in favor of that. One thing we've learned since we last spoke is that the county council chambers are not quite ready for onboarding our commission to go back. The clerk, the administrative director for the council, indicated she thinks August we would be able to go back. And prior to that, you know, she wants to make sure all the equipment is there and that the department staff are trained on that equipment. So we will keep you all informed as to how that proceeds. And, you know, we want to make sure you all are properly trained as well.
okay. We appreciate that. Thank you. Anybody else? Seeing none, now we'll take a motion for adjournment.
Move for adjournment.
Second,
I'll second it, Lawler.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it 5-0. And we're adjourned till 7 o'clock.
So you can either just walk away from your computer, or if you leave the meeting, it's the exact same meeting ID. Just join the same way you joined this meeting. It's the exact same information.
Okay,
See you all a little bit before 7.
all right, thanks.